How are popsicles made in mainland China? How are fake eggs made? These counterfeit eggs look similar to real eggs and have a similar texture, so you must carefully recognize them. The shell of these fake eggs is brighter than real eggs, and the texture is even and clean, but most of them are made from a mixture of chemicals that are harmful to the human body. The popsicles and fake eggs you see are just a tiny part of China's vast amount of counterfeit food. In the second half of the video, we will explain more about fake eggs and how they are made. Now, let's look at one of the most sensational food-related news stories in Chinese communities at home and abroad. According to Chinese media outlet Xinjiang Daily, on May 21st, a tanker truck that had just unloaded coal to oil 3 days earlier drove directly into the plant of China National Reserve Oil and Grease Corporation, CNDOC, in Yanzhou, Hebei Province without being cleaned. An hour later, the tanker was loaded with more than 30 tons of soybean oil and drove out of the plant. The New Beijing News reported that many ordinary cargo tankers carry edible liquids like sugar syrup, soybean, and coal-based oils. Many tanker trucks must be cleaned during the exchange process to save money, contaminating edible oil with residual chemical liquids. Tanker trucks have long mixed chemicals and food. As early as 2005, the South China Morning Post in Guangxi published a report entitled, "Tanker Trucks Cleaning Difficulty in Preventing Cross-Contamination, Pulling Dangerous Chemicals and Then Food." According to the report, the tanker trucks are cleaned after transporting hazardous chemicals and food is transported. The process of washing tanker trucks is complicated and costly, but to reduce costs, tanker truck drivers go to inexpensive car washes, which use water from sewage drains. The report said that after transporting hazardous chemicals, the tanker truck was briefly cleaned and then used to transport food. The formal process of cleaning tank trucks is complicated and expensive. To reduce costs, tank truck drivers go to cheap car washes to wash their cars. However, such car washes use water from sewage ditches. The tanker truck driver who had just finished hauling caustic soda told reporters that he had washed the truck and was preparing to haul molasses. According to reports, there were 28 hazardous chemical transportation companies in Nanning City with more than 600 tank trucks. So what is the formal process of cleaning a tank truck? According to professionals, the tank driver must first use clean water and then heat it with steam at a high temperature so that he can wash away part of the dangerous chemicals remaining in the tank. After all the sewage is drained, people have to get into the tank and use various special cleaning agents to clean various hazardous chemicals. Tank trucks are strictly used for different purposes in Japan or the US. In the US, if different cooking oils are loaded, for example sunflower oil this time and soybean oil next time, even if they are both cooking oils but of various types, SB must clean them. Even the same products such as soybean oil but produced in different batches must be strictly cleaned. Although the tank trucks in mainland China are marked as special tank trucks for edible oil, they are not dedicated to special trucks. On July 10th, a netizen posted a video saying that a particular tank truck for cooking oil drove into a chemical factory. The company's name was Zhejiang Richeng New Material Technology Company Limited. Public information shows that this company belongs to the chemical raw materials and chemical products manufacturing industry, and its business scope includes refining agents, cleaning agents, refining aids, etc. Recently, some mainland Chinese netizens discovered that a tanker truck that mixed chemicals and edible oil had stopped at a factory at Arowana, a leading edible oil company, to unload. After the news came out, when the stock market opened on the morning of July 10th, Arowana's stock price fell by more than 8%. After the incident of Chinese tankers transporting chemical oil and then transporting edible oil without cleaning it was exposed, many people condemned it and said, "This problem was discovered in 2005, and it's been almost 20 years now. Why don't the authorities do anything?" Although public sentiment is turbulent, the official body has remained silent, and the outside world believes the matter will probably go unsolved. On July 8th, the state media CCTV suddenly publicly criticized the China Grain Reserve Management Group as unethical and said the practice of mixed transportation by tank trucks was akin to poisoning. Why did the Chinese Communist Party's official media begin to lash out at China Grain Reserve Group? An important organ of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China suddenly discovered that its special oil supply was also Sino-Grain brand. Someone tracked the vehicle's GPS trajectory based on the tanker's license plate number GE5476W. and found that within half a year the trajectory covered several different edible oil and coal-to-liquid manufacturers. One of the unloading locations was in Shiru, Shanxi Province, the group's logistics and processing base for grain, oil, and food storage. An informed netizen posted on Weibo and broke the news. Shanxi Shiru Group Grain, Oil and Food Company supplies special food to parties and government agencies in Shanxi Province. Yes, this time all living beings are equal. Some Westerners may need to learn that the CCP has a unique supply system. What is a particular supply? In other words, the entire privileged class of the Chinese Communist Party has its own special food supply base from top to bottom. In September 2011, the Los Angeles Times published a report titled, "In China, What You Eat Tells Who You Are," which revealed that the CCP's elite enjoy a special provisions food situation. The reporter walked around the entrance of the Beijing General Administration of Customs vegetable planting base in Shunyi, Beijing, and took photos outside the 6-foot-high iron railings. He described, "At first glance, it is obvious that this is not an ordinary farm. The fences are 6 feet high, the vegetables grown inside are extremely delicate, and multiple security guards are on duty at the door. The door is a sliding arm, and only specific vehicles can enter." Why is this vegetable garden so heavily guarded? The reporter wrote, "Anywhere in the world having such a good vegetable planting base is worthy of publicity. However, organic farms like this seem to be very secretive in China. It's the cleanest production here. The safest food is reserved for the rich and powerful." According to reports, the conditions for the specially supplied food are stringent. It's all genuinely organic food. Vegetables, fruits, and livestock are grown in the natural environment. No chemical fertilizers, pesticides, hormones, pollution, chemical additives, preservatives, or genes are used. Engineering technology. If any link fails to meet the standard, it will not be selected as a special product. CCP officials eat clean, exceptional food, but what do the people eat? What are you drinking? On July 10th, a video in China and abroad showed a manure suction truck with the words "water truck" on its body. Is there no bottom line if a transport truck can carry drinking water mixed with a sewage suction truck? Some netizens said that the Communist Party's methods of poisoning the Chinese people are beyond their imagination. But no Communist Party can do it. Tankers carrying kerosene are loaded with cooking oil, and excrement suction trucks are used to deliver drinking water. These evil deeds are ubiquitous. Party officials receive special meals and enjoy privileges, while the people struggle with the poison milk powder, melamine, rat heads, and duck necks. Poisonous and fake food has become rampant in mainland China to a shocking extent. Rice is the staple food of Chinese people, but fake rice has appeared in mainland China. A netizen posted a video on Douyin saying that after cooking the rice, he put it in the pot for a month, and the rice was still good. He smelled it, and there was no sizzling smell at all. He rubbed it with his hands and found that the rice was still there individually. He exclaimed, "What kind of rice is this? This stuff is fantastic." In addition to fake rice, there are also counterfeit eggs in China. Fake eggs are artificially synthesized, and their main ingredients are calcium carbonate, gypsum, resin, coagulants, pigments, and other chemical substances that are harmful to human health. In March last year, a netizen posted a video on the Chinese short video platform Douyin showing her buying a box of fake eggs. She said that if the counterfeit eggs are left out for a long time, they will automatically crack in the middle. She cracked an egg and the yolk didn't fall apart. She said the fake eggs were darker than the real eggs. The cost of fake eggs is low, so the profit margin is enormous. So how are fake eggs made? The first step in making fake eggs is to make egg whites. First, stir sodium alginate into water to make a solution. This solution is the raw material for making egg whites. Next, stir the solution continuously until it thickens and forms a substance similar to egg whites. The production process of egg yolk is similar to that of egg white, except that pigments such as tartrazine are added to the sodium alginate solution. The colorful solution is then poured into a particular mold and placed in a calcium chloride solution for solidification. This creates fake egg yolks. It's said that the eggshell is formed by mixing calcium carbonate and other raw materials. These raw materials are put into a particular mold to form the shape of the eggshell. The fake eggs produced this way are the same as real eggs. Counterfeiting techniques are constantly emerging in China, and food safety has become intolerable. Even more bizarre is that the customer who ordered hot pot takeout ended up with a piece of rag. On December 28, 2022, Mr. Ning and several colleagues from Chengdu spent $29 to order 2 hot pot takeaways because the company worked overtime that day. They ordered the butter pot, which was delivered in a sealed package. When they opened the package, they saw that the color of one soup was different and cloudier. They didn't think much and started eating. Later, Mr. Ning found a large piece of hairy belly inside. When he was about to cut the piece of hairy belly open with scissors, some colleagues discovered that there were burrs on the hairy belly. Finally, everyone confirmed that it was a rag. Mr. Ning said that they felt sick as if they had eaten flies, vomiting, vomiting, vomiting. The production process of gutter oil in China is equally unpleasant. Gutter oil is raging all over China. Some businesses collect swill oil from sewers, extract gutter oil from catering waste in hotels and restaurants, or extract animal oil from slaughterhouses. After traders centralize the waste oil, they send it to some factories and family workshops. Black factories then cook the waste oil to remove impurities, precipitate, and extract it. The processed waste oil will flow into the market again and finally reach people's dining tables. Okay, that's all for today. Please like, subscribe, leave a message, and share it with your friends. See you in our next program.